get this going here.
Hey Donna.
Yes, there we go.
Um, After tonight, don't let me forget to chat about music before the meeting.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
I know how to do that now. Because I talked to the admin team that runs our Bible study.
Oh, cool. I know that it can't be anything that has it has to be certain kind of music or YouTube will block it and won't let us show our
Right.
replay. So,
Well, if
uh,
you wanted to do, I was going to say if you wanted to do it before you started recording.
oh, just for, oh, that's a
Yeah.
possibility. That's a possibility.
Yeah. So like,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
We've got what I want you to do, because in 3 minutes when we start, if you are a star consultant, you're going to raise your hand. So I just want to make sure everybody knows how to raise their hand on this. It's just good practice for everybody. So Jana's got her hand up. I see that. Um, and Jessica has her hand up now. Do you know how to do it? If you don't know how to do it, we want to figure it out now. Down at the bottom is a little menu bar. If you're on a computer, you'll see, if you move your mouse, you'll see a react. And then mine has it right beside it. It says raise hand. Okay, so Elaine has got it. If you're on a phone, they say you have to tap the phone and there's three dots and then you can find the raise hand. Who else has a hand to raise? Because we're going to do this in just a minute. Lisa's got hers raised. That's good. I see that. And Lori's got hers raised. Betsy Lee has hers raised, but it looks like it's in the chat. Where's Betsy Lee?
Betsy is in the pink.
Oh, I see it. But it looked like it was in the chat. Your hand was raised. Can you raise it on the screen? I don't know if only I'm able to see that. Okay,
She
keep
did it.
talking, you guys. If there's anybody that needs to introduce a new team member or something, I'm gonna get co-host made.
Who has new team members this week? I know a couple of people that have new team members this week. Betsy Dudley, you have a new team
I
member
do.
this week.
Yep.
Lori Parks has a new team member this week. Who else has a new team member this week? Betsy and Lori, unmute for just a minute and tell us the name of your new team member.
Okay, my new team member was last week. Remember?
I thought it was like within this, but it was like this last week.
It was
Wasn't it
last week
Monday?
because I had it on my points for last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
You
okay,
can,
but if they're on here and you want to introduce them to everybody, we'd love that.
Okay, I don't think she's on here though. I
but
don't
you can
think.
tell us her name.
Her name is Julie and she's from Buffalo, New York. Yeah.
Yay! Julie, if you're watching the replay, welcome, welcome.
Yeah.
Betsy, are you on?
I am.
You want to tell us the name of your new team member?
My new team members are Zoe Harrington from St. Simon Island, Georgia, and Penny Lewis from Pennsylvania, moved from Fort Riley to Pennsylvania.
Woohoo!
All right, we've
Welcome,
got
girls.
1 minute left. Okay, you guys that put your hand up, if you can put them down now, but in just a second, if you're a star consultant, I'm going to ask you to put them up again. So we're just kind of practicing on how to raise your hand in Zoom so that we know to call on you. So that's what that was all about. And if you're a star consultant, in just 30 seconds, we're going to have you raise your hand so that I know who to call on and recognize for star consultant. All right. Um, it's 7 o'clock. My watch just changed. So let's get started. Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to have you here on this beautiful Monday night. And we're going to give a shout out here to all of our first quarter star consultants, which just ended last Monday at midnight. So this is our first week after star consultant closed. So I want you to raise your hand, and you use the little reaction buttons at the top, bottom of the menu. If you were a star consultant this first quarter, so we can give you a shout out. And when you do, what I'm going to ask you for is what level of star you were, whether it's sapphire, ruby, etc., and how many stars you have had. So you'll just say, hey, my name is Donna Scott, and I have been a star consultant for 128 quarters, and I was a ruby this time. Okay, that's what we're going to do. So we're going to go through it pretty quickly. All right.
Say something. Because they make it perfectly.
All right, let's go ahead and mute everybody right now. And you'll unmute when it's time to tell us who you are. All right, so we just have a couple of announcements, and one of them is that this is we're winding down to PCP. The holiday lookbooks will be coming soon, and you have to have PCP, which is the Preferred Customer Program, finished by October 1st, which is in just so close, a week and a half, something like that. Okay. And if you just have even 1 or 2 people on that list, you get to order earlier than everybody else, plus they send you an extra catalog. All right, the second announcements I have is for a Cadillac party. Jana and her team earned a Cadillac, and they're going to have a party on Friday night. It's also, excuse me, it's also going to include the Red Jacket celebration of one of her unit members, and it's this Friday at 6:30 p.m., and everyone is invited. So if you live close to Jana, then we hope you'll come. All right, we've got some star consultants that we want to recognize. The STAR program is one of the most prestigious programs in Mary Kay. Actually, it's our Mary Kay report card. It's how well we're doing in Mary Kay. And when you're a star consultant, you're actually at the top of the class. So I want you to raise your hand. I'm going to call on you. And I want you to tell us just your name, what star level you were, and how many stars you've earned. You can tell whose unit you're in also. So let's just start with Lori.
Okay, hi. I am a star consultant twice, and I'm Pearl.
All right, great.
And I'm
Okay.
in Jana's Strunk's unit.
Okay, Jean.
You're maybe like an hour. And
Hi,
right, somewhere happened.
I'm a star consultant, I think 3 times, and I was a Sapphire this time, and I'm in Jessica Harvey's unit.
All right, woohoo! Good job. Okay, our next one is Patty.
Hi, everyone. So I was a Ruby Star this quarter. Last year I was an All-Star. Very happy about that. First time All-Star. And this made my 35th Star Consultant quarter.
Woohoo! Good job. And Patty, I just want to tell everyone what All-Star means. It means you was a star consultant all 4 quarters for this past seminar year. Way to go. Way to go. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Stephanie, you're next.
I am in Linda Siegel's unit, and I am a Ruby Star, and this is my first time ever.
Woo-hoo!
But not the last.
Not the last. And
Not the
actually,
last.
you are a new consultant pretty much. So this is a big deal.
Yes,
Good
yes.
job, Stephanie. Okay, Lisa.
I was a Ruby Star consultant this time, and I'm not sure my number. I wanted to say 6, but I don't know if that's right.
I looked it
on a
up,
sketch
Lisa.
unit.
I
Pardon?
looked it up. It's 5.
5?
This is
Okay, I was
the
close.
one. Good
And I'm in
job.
Donna Scott's
Yay.
unit. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you guys can find that out if you go to the celebration recognition page. It tells you, tracks it for you. Okay, Elaine.
Yes, hi everybody. My name is Elaine. I'm in Allison Carter unit. I am a Ruby Star, and this is my 45th star.
Wow, 45. Woohoo! Good job, Elaine. All right, Michelle.
I'm Michelle KU, and I was a Diamond Star this quarter. And this is my 17th star, and I'm in
Woo!
Centra Hanish's unit.
Venture Unit, way to go. Good job. All right, so now it's Tony's turn.
Hi everyone. I am a Ruby Star, and I can't remember how many times I've been a star. Sorry.
All right, way to go, Tony. Awesome. Okay, did I catch every star? Is there someone that? Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
For me?
Yes, are you a star?
Hi, yes, I am a star. My name is Sherry Rice. I'm in Centra Hanish's group. She is my amazing director. And I was a Sapphire Star this time. And I'm not sure how many times I've been a star since I've been in for almost 9 years. October 1st will make 9 years. So, but I'm super duper excited. I feel on fire from seminar and ready to go.
All right, Sherry. Sherry, I didn't recognize you and I couldn't find your name on here, but I see it's down in the corner.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Sherry. Congratulations.
Thank
All right,
you.
you can take your hands down if I've already talked to you, so I know that I've done it. Is there anybody else that I missed? Go ahead and unmute and tell me if I missed you. All right, good job. All right, congratulations. And I hope the directors have put their stars in the chat so that you can applaud them too, because did you guys know, I believe, I didn't look this up to be absolutely sure, but I think when you've been a star 50 times, they send you a diamond star, a ladder of success with all diamonds. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, so you want to just keep plugging away at Star Consultant. All right, let's go to our recognition for points. We have in the number 3 position, Betsy Dudley from the Jana Strunk unit with 2,295 points. She had 3 bookings, 1 party, 1 facial, 2 new team members. And so, Betsy, if you will unmute yourself and tell us at least 1 tip that you can share with your sister consultants that you learned this week, or something you did to help you have such a great week of points. So let's give a shout out to Betsy. Come on in.
Way to go, Chrissy.
Woo!
Thank you. I would definitely say that I reached out to long-term friends that, not just people in my family, but long-term friends that I've known for a good amount of years. Penny I've known for probably well over 5-7 years. And Zoe I've known for probably over 15, 16 years. She originally started me selling diamonds. But I would say just kind of looking at my Facebook friends list and just paying attention to the people that really love to look nice and take care of their skin and love God.
Okay, and that's a great qualification there too, because we want to work with people we want to work with, right? So that is great, Betsy. So proud of you in the number 3 spot. Okay, moving on up to the number 2 spot is Lori Parks from the Jana Strunk unit with 2,637 points. And looking at her points, basically she restocked her shelves this week and
Yeah.
but had over a $500 week. So let's hear from Lori. Tell us a tip that you can share with your sister consultants to help them have a 2,000 point week.
Just keep booking appointments and keep doing the facials and keep selling the product, and you'll be stocking your shelves. I kind of took this week off because I did the Highway 36 garage sales, but I did sell $518 worth of Mary Kay, and I did a big order because I had to get foundation, and I stocked up on the skincare sets. Well, they were cheaper. Well, they were still before they went up. Yeah.
Very smart. Yeah. Good job, Lori. So proud of you. Consistently in the top 3. So that's great. We have a new number 1 this week. It's Sherry Rice from Centra's unit with 2,859 points. She had 3 bookings, 2 parties, 2 faces, and an $865 retail week. So, Sherry, come on and share some tips for us how that we can do what you're doing.
Hi, everyone. So, oh my gosh, just booking, having parties, connecting with people. I decided after seminar, okay, so I work a full-time job. I work 8 to 5:30 every day, but I decided I'm going to contact at least 2 people every evening. I'm going to book some parties, I'm going to book some faces, and that's what I've been doing. I had a party yesterday and it ended up being $600 party from yesterday.
Woo!
So, yes, ma'am. So just connecting with people and just, letting them know what you have and you want to pamper them, love on them. And I just realized that people are not going to know what you're doing unless you say so. So, unless you say that you are, doing Mary Kay. And most people know about Mary Kay. They love Mary Kay. They've lost contact with their consultants because either they've, not doing it anymore or they moved out of state or whatever. So people love Mary Kay. And so just telling them about it. Like my party from yesterday, that's why I was a couple minutes late getting on because the hostess called me yesterday. I mean, she called me just now before the meeting and she was like, Sherry, because I asked her, I wanted her to critique me, give me some type of constructive criticism if she had some. And she said, you were awesome. She said you were A1 and not tooting my own horn or anything. I don't want to do that. But I said this to say she already booked a color party with me. And she wants to invite all of her sisters, her nieces, and they have a really big family. So I'm trying to brainstorm now on what I'm going to do at the color party. And she invited me to her home. So I'm excited about that. So just connecting and letting people know that you do Mary Kay and they get excited.
All right. Congratulations, Sherry, for being the queen for this week. We are so excited to have you in our group and to hear from you more often.
I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And do you live in Denver?
I live in South Carolina.
Oh my goodness.
I live in South Carolina. So I'm here with Miss Sherry Purvis. I've been to her house once or twice.
Okay.
A few years ago, but so I'm here. I'm trying to build up on my side of town in South Carolina.
All right. Good job. Great job.
Thank you.
Okay. It is time now to start our training. So, Jana, I'm just going to turn it over to you.
All right. Sounds fantastic. Well, thank you. Ladies, congratulations. What a fabulous turnout. Look, we have got some women achieving great things. We've got 30 people on our meeting tonight. And next week, we're going to have a red jacket celebration on here. So I would encourage you, get into your red jacket so we can be celebrating you. Okay, tonight we're going to talk about building your team. Why would you want to build your team? Well, I'm not going to talk about this in you should, it was Mary Kay's last request. If for no other reason, because Mary Kay asked us to pass it on. It's less about you and more about her. It's not about you getting a promotion. It's about you giving a gift of this business away. So think about what this business has given to you. And then I want you to imagine keeping that from someone else intentionally. Doesn't that sound rude? Okay. So we're going to talk about, and I'm going to just kind of go over real quick why I do what I do during a career talk. And then we're going to practice. Okay. So I am going to ask for a volunteer that wants to be the customer during my interview. But let me go over some stuff first. But if you want to be the volunteer, I want you to be thinking about that, so you can raise your hand here in just a little bit, okay? Okay, first, these are some of the things that you can jot down. And I want you to be listening for these types of things when I am going through this training, when I'm going through this practice interview, okay? I want you to, number one, I want you to know your audience. If you went to a skincare class and you were getting together with a woman that was 70 years old, would you just randomly pick the clear proof set to show to her? Why not? Because that's not for her, right? You have to ask questions and you have to listen. God gave you 2 ears so you could listen twice as much as you talk. Listen more than you talk initially in this, okay? And so what you're doing when you're sharing the Mary Kay opportunity is you're listening first to find a need, and then you're going to fill that need, okay? So what I do is when I'm sharing the facts about Mary Kay with people, or excuse me, when I'm sharing like my story, I usually fill that part in with some of the things that I think will benefit her, okay? For example, if I'm talking to someone that is in their 60s and they don't have young kids, I'm probably not going to talk a bunch about, well, I have young kids and it blesses me because I'm able to be at home with them. Does that make sense? Because that might be the truth, but it is not probably pertinent information to her, okay? Next, what we're going to do is we're going to give her basic career information, like how we make money, the cost to start the business. And then what I'm going to do is answer any questions that she has. I always ask people, I'd like you to ask some questions. This is the best part of my training because it helps me learn more. I never know what people are going to ask. And so then she's going to ask questions. And then when she's done asking questions, you're going to ask her to join your team. You're going to say, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to give this a try? And then she'll probably tell you why she wouldn't. And then you're going to overcome that objection. And then you're going to say, what else? What else would keep you from wanting to do this? And then you're going to overcome that objection. And then after you're going to say, what else? What else would keep you from joining my team today? And I like to give people also a genuine compliment in there as well. Okay. So if you're overcoming objections and you get about 3 or 4 deep, and she's still like, oh, I really want to pray about it. I really want to think about it. And then I say, all right, well, this is usually, I'm going to send you the online agreement. You can look it over. And then after we get off of the call, if you don't think about it again tonight or tomorrow, it's probably not the right time for you. But if you do think about it and you keep thinking about it and keep thinking about, okay, well, who's going to be my client? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I said, you don't have to know the answers to all those questions. You just have to know it's probably time to join my team. Okay. So that's probably God's little nudge for you to do it. And so I'm going to follow up with you tomorrow, and follow up is key. Okay. You have to follow up within 24 hours. The longer it takes you to follow up, the lower your chances are of her joining your team. Okay. So let's go ahead. And I would like to have a volunteer. Raise your hand. I want to try to recruit you. Do you want me to pick? Shall I pick? Okay, Sherry, yay. Okay, Sherry, I'd like you to unmute.
Okay, yes.
Okay, Sherry, it was so nice to meet you at the party today. Boy, you just have such a joy-filled spirit. And so I'm really grateful that you're willing to listen to the facts about Mary Kay to help me for training purposes. So what we're going to do today is I would like to, by the way, I fill out a little sheet. I would like to get to know you more.
Okay.
And then I will tell you a little bit more about me and about Mary Kay and how our business works.
Okay.
And then I would love for you to ask some questions about the business opportunity. That really helps me for training purposes. Okay.
Okay. Sounds great.
Thank you. Okay. So Sherry, tell me a little bit about you.
A little bit about me. Okay, so let's see. I am married. I have 4 children. I live in South Carolina. I have 2 grandchildren. I work a full-time job at Richland County. I work with a lot of entrepreneurs, which is amazing. So I help them get their business licenses. And then I have been working my Mary Kay business for, well, October 1st will make 9 years. So I love, love, love the products and I believe in the products. So I love to talk about Mary Kay's products.
All right. That's amazing. Okay.
Thank you.
So, and I love that you are passionate about your family. I
Yes.
know I am too. Okay, so as you know, my name is Jana, and I am married to my husband, Paul. We have 2 boys, Gavin and Garrett. And
Mhm.
Gavin is a senior. He's graduating in the finance department at Kansas State University in December. And
Awesome.
and Garrett is a junior. He loves basketball. He's really passionate about basketball. So anyway,
Okay.
but you know what? I'm going to be an empty nester before I know it. So, but
Yes.
um, but I love helping my family, and I'm really passionate about my Mary Kay business. One of the things that I've loved the most about my business is just the opportunity to put God first, family second, and
Yes.
career third. The balance has meant the most to me. And so when I started my Mary Kay business, I really started to get the discount on the products because I just wanted to get my stuff for half price. I mean, if you're a smart shopper, like I know, like if Dylan's, my grocery store, were going to offer me half price groceries and gas for the rest of my life, I would join their club too. And so
Right.
that's why I started Mary Kay. And then um, we started having a family, and I realized what is most precious. And
Mhm.
so I started Mary Kay just so I could have more time with my family. And it has just been such a blessing to be able to watch my boys grow up in a home where I have the opportunity to be with them during meals, to take them to school, to be with them on the day off. It's just been
Yes.
so beautiful, and see their confidence because they've
Mhm.
watched me succeed in Mary Kay. They've watched me not so succeed. But anyway, so let me tell you a little bit about the company Mary Kay. The company Mary Kay started the company in 1963. She knew women needed an opportunity where they could have financial success around their
Mhm.
priorities. She's the one that said, you know, when you put God first, family second, career third,
Yes.
everything seemed to fall into place. She
Mhm.
also started the Mary Kay Ash Charitable Foundation in 1996, and that supports research for cancers that affect women and the fight against domestic violence. And so, um, to start a Mary Kay business, I know that
Amazing.
you enjoyed that skincare that you tried tonight.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did. It was lovely.
So, to join a Mary Kay team, it's just $35. That is the only requirement to start a Mary Kay business. There is an additional package that you can do an add-on if you choose to, if you feel like, you know, you want to work this business as a business. And so there are other options, but $35 is the minimum. Um, and also how we make our money. So if I sold you a cleanser for $30, that
Mhm.
cleanser cost me $15. And so the other $15 is my profit. And so I love it because we own the transaction. So you don't send the money to Mary Kay. I don't send the money to Mary Kay. I own the transaction. And so I can make
Mhm.
money fast. So if I need extra money for vacations and things like that, I am in control of that. And so we
Yes.
we also make money through sharing the Mary Kay opportunity. And so now I want you to listen real closely to this, Sherry, because some people think that if you recruit someone, you're going to get part of their money when they sell something, but that's not how it works with Mary Kay. So,
Okay.
Sherry, who is one of your best girlfriends that if she ever joined your Mary Kay team, that you think she'd be great? Just tell me her first name.
Her name is Ronnie, and she is amazing. I think she would be awesome at it.
Okay. Well, let me just tell you. Okay. So, how our business works and how you would get paid is like when Ronnie joins your team, every time she places an order directly for Mary Kay Corporate, Mary Kay Corporate would say, "Hey, Sherry, your girlfriend Ronnie that you invited into Mary Kay just placed an order. So we at corporate want to give you some of our profit sharing. We want to give you some of the profits." And so it's not a multi-level marketing company. It's direct sales with bonuses for Mary Kay Corporate. Isn't that exciting?
That's exciting. Yes.
And so we also make money through, of course, the resale. This product is washing down the drain every day. And so it's a consumable product. So we have a residual income. And so you have your 50% profit on reorders as well. So we're all about building relationships and helping people. So that's a really big deal to us as well. So we
Yes.
love to serve the needs of others. And then, yeah, I mean, we have a car program, we have some other ways, but I want to know, I could tell you all day what I love about Mary Kay, but I really want to know what questions would you have? Because I know that while we were talking, there's probably some things that have popped up about the business. What questions would you have?
About the business, well, I'm not sure if I missed this, but I did want to ask you, first of all, how long have you been doing Mary Kay?
I have been a Mary Kay since 2003. So,
Wow, that's amazing.
yeah.
That's amazing. So, how many cars have you earned?
Well, we've taken possession of 9 cars,
9 cars.
4 pink Cadillacs, and 5 Equinoxes, and we took cash compensation. I feel like I should have said, and a partridge in a pear tree. So
Yes, that's
that's a great question.
amazing.
It's a great question. What other questions would you want? And by the way, Sherry, when you earn a car with Mary Kay pays for all the tags and taxes and title fees and up to 85% of your insurance. Mary Kay
Wow.
was so smart because a car is not a great investment. When you drive it off of the showroom floor, the depreciation is crazy.
Hmm.
And the cost of insurance is like throwing money in the wind. And so Mary Kay was so smart when she made that perk. So
Yes, it sounds like it. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research on her, and she was a very smart lady. Her legacy
for sure.
lives on.
What else would you want to know?
I wanted to know if you do most of your parties or some of your parties virtual or in person, because I know I've heard that a lot of Mary Kay consultants and directors had to pivot during COVID, had to pivot and learn Zoom and FaceTime, all that good stuff, doing parties and mailing packages out and stuff. So, what do you do? Do you do virtual or do you do
I
in
do
person?
I do hybrid. I do
Hybrid. Both. Okay.
both. So it was really great that we had the opportunity to learn that virtual world through COVID because now
Yes.
I do parties every Thursday night with the people in my unit. So when you join my team, you're going to have the opportunity to get on our Thursday night Zooms and get your guest on there. And, I'm the sales director and I pay for those samples. So that's an extra perk that you can have. Isn't that exciting?
It is. Yes.
Good.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
what else? What other questions? Do you have any other questions that you can think?
Um, Not that I can think of right now. Thank you.
Okay. Well, okay. So Sherry, I feel like you're such a delightful person. And I saw the way that everyone looks up to you at the party. And you just have such a joy-filled countenance about you.
Thank
So
you.
if you ever joined my team, I think you would be great because I feel like you have a servant heart. And I feel like you would bless people with this product that you love. So let me ask you this. Um, is there any reason you wouldn't consider giving Mary Kay a try?
Honestly, Jane, I don't think so. I think I'm interested.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, now pretend for a minute you're not.
That I'm not. Okay, so
Pretend for a minute you're not. Give me an excuse.
okay, so I just work too much. I work with the county and I'm on the grant committee and I just do this and I do that and I be trying to get my walking in, my workouts in. So I just don't think I have the time.
Oh my goodness. I love that. I love that you're involved. And Sherry, you know what? That doesn't surprise me about you because like I said before, you are someone that serves. And so let me ask you this. If you ever started a Mary Kay business just to maybe get your discount or play with it a little bit, if you found out that you were making money with it and you were having fun with it and blessing other people, do you think that you could find a little bit more time for it to fit it in?
I don't know. It's possible, but right now I'm not sure because I don't want to, for
Oh,
one, waste money and waste time, you
oh,
know.
I totally understand. Let me tell you this. So, one of the beautiful things about Mary Kay, I was working full time when I started.
Okay.
Mary Kay is like, it's like an amazing buffet. Okay, so imagine going to a buffet and you fill up your plate. You've got all of the good stuff on your plate, like kind of like your life is right now. It's pretty full, wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mary Kay is like the salt and pepper. It just, you can sprinkle it on top wherever you want. And so I want you to think about this. When you go to work at your office or when you're networking with other people and trying to get their businesses started,
Mhm.
if you have a Mary Kay perfume on or you have a Mary Kay skincare or makeup on that they notice and they compliment you on, has that really cost you any additional time?
Hmm. Not really.
Right. So
Not really.
when they ask you what is that beautiful fragrance that you're wearing, and you tell them it's Mary Kay, Sherry, you've just sold them Mary Kay, and they're going to go find an independent beauty consultant to shop with, unless you tell them, well, it's Mary Kay, and I actually am an independent beauty consultant. Do you have a beauty consultant? And so I love that you don't have to clock out of your 8 to 5 job to attract people to Mary Kay.
Right.
So, Sherry, with that in mind, is there any other reason you wouldn't consider at least giving it a try? Because you know what? You really won't know unless you do give it a try.
You're right about that. So can you tell me a little bit about what the difference is with the 39 kit and the what is it, 149 kit?
Well, there's a $35 kit. Yeah,
35.
that 39 for a minute.
Uh,
There's a $35 kit, and that you just get a couple of samples in the mail and a welcome from Mary Kay. And you have the opportunity to have a website for a year for free, and you get a credit card processing service for free. And you have the opportunity to have mentoring from your independent sales director, and you can place orders directly from Mary Kay. Now,
nice.
the additional $90 kit, so altogether that's going to be $125. And so for $125, you're going to get a beautiful big black bag with
Mhm.
over $400 worth of retail size product in it. You're going to get mirrors and trays like we used at the party tonight. And so if you do have a goal to share the products with people, I would definitely get the pro kit as well. So the 125 package. But when I send you the online agreement, you're going to have the opportunity to check which one you would like. Now, if you're like, oh, I can't decide, don't wait, Sherry. You can join my team today for just $35, and you have 2 whole weeks to upgrade to get that $90 pro kit. How does that sound?
That sounds great.
Awesome. Sounds great. Well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to send you the agreement. And I'm so
Okay.
excited because I have a special bonus for you for joining my team. So
Woo-hoo.
XYZ. La, 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 la. So anyway, all right. Now, ladies, did anybody hear what she talked about first when I said, tell me about you? Anybody want to raise their hand or type it in the chat? She talked about her family.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, Patty. That's right, Lori. That's right, Jessica. She's married. She talked about her family. On my recruiting sheet, I circled S because when someone talks about their family first, and we're going to talk about DISC in one of our upcoming meetings, but an S personality is really focused on their family first. And so I used some of the keywords that I have on here: serving others, being their own boss, helping people, God first, family second, career third, and part of the Mary Kay family and sisterhood. So did you hear what I talked about first when I told her about me? What did I talk about first? You can type it in the chat, or yes, Angela.
Wow. Okay. Hello. Hi, everyone. Actually, you said you were married?
Yep, you're right. Very
And then
good.
you talked about your Gavin and Garrett and
Yep.
and
So
yeah, you said okay, go ahead.
yeah, you're good. I talked about family. Mirror them. If you can't remember the DISC, I want you to remember to mirror them. Okay? If they talk about their job first, you want to talk about maybe your career in Mary Kay or your job and how you can promote in Mary Kay. If they talk about all kinds of fun, different things, then you can talk about all kinds of different fun things in Mary Kay: the prizes, the travel, the meeting people, the flexibility, designing your future. And if they talk about, they say, what do you want to know? That's a C personality. You want to talk about the methodical, there's training available, there's tax benefits, there's back office organization, we have apps, we have mentoring at no cost. So there are certain things, and that's how I frame it. Okay. That is how you sell an opportunity. Patty, Donna, isn't I have a whole, like a whole form, like a whole landing page on recruiting. Donna will put that, Donna, I can send that to you.
You say it to me too, please?
Well, what we're going to do is we will put it in on the app. And so if you have the Fearless, the pink MK app, if you don't have that, talk to your sales director about it. But when you open that up, it will be right here in the docs share. It will be in docs shared, Donna.
Yes.
Or maybe down below or something.
It'll be in the docs.
Okay. So look in the docs. Okay. So who has a question? We've got like 2 minutes before we go into breakout rooms. Who has questions, concerns? If she would have continued to object, and at some point I'm like, I would have said, you know what, Susie, it sounds like you really want to pray about this, and I want you to be comfortable with that. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to follow up with you tomorrow, but don't cop out. Do not cop out, because she probably isn't, she's scared. Just comfort her with your overcoming the objections. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? By the way, this isn't to toot my own horn, but this really does work, because when I was looking up how many quarters I was a star, I have also medaled 75 months in Mary Kay. So I've earned 21 gold medals, and that's having 5 new people in a month. I've had 18 silver medals, that's having 4 people in a month. And I've had 36, that's me, I'm timing myself to stop talking. And I've had 36 bronze medals. So that's 6.25 years. That's 6 years and 3 months of recruiting consistently that level of people. So ladies, you too can have 75 to 100 people on your personal team. This business is a gift. It's a gift. So go give this gift away. This is a great way for us to really be ministering to people. I pray with people all the time. We're leading Bible study right now, and a lot of people are coming to Christ. And so I want you to know this is a ministry. Yay, Joyce. I would recruit you in a minute. You're awesome. Okay. So if we don't have any other questions, we are going to go ahead and pop out into the breakout rooms. And so if you have this many bookings right now, then I want you to stay in the main room. If you have 1 to 2 appointments on your books, then I want you to go to the bronze room. If you have 3 to 4 appointments on your books, I want you to go to the silver room. And if you have 5 or more, I want you to go to the gold room. And by the way, I hope there's a lot of you going to the gold room, because Lori is getting a lot of one-on-one director attention in that gold room. So anyway, all right, friends. All right. So excited to see all of you go into your breakout rooms. We'll see y'all soon, okay? I don't know who's doing main room, but you can take it away, friends. Oh, I bet it's Allison Carter. She's a rock star. Y'all have fun.
They're stuck with me.
Right? I can't even get myself into a different room because I can't see silver. Where's it at?
Yeah, there's 2 people in there. Okay, if you have no bookings, you stay in this room. If you have 1 to 2, you move up, and then up from there. I'm going to close this. All right. Okay. Main room girls, welcome. Can you guys hear me okay? Let me turn this up a little. Probably a little bit low. Okay. Is that better? Can you guys hear me? All right. All right. Well, today we are going to do like a rehash of sharing the opportunity. We just saw a great mock interview. There's so many different ways to do this. You have to really decide what works best for you. And a lot of times what I find is that sometimes, how many of y'all have been in Mary Kay for more than a year? Okay, how about more than 5 years? Okay, and above. And
Hey, Allison,
yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Quick question. Is
Sure.
that the invite to go to a different room disappeared off of the screen? Is there a way to put that back up?
Let me see here.
Sorry to interrupt.
That's okay, Patty. We want to get you in your room. What room do you want to be in?
Into the gold room.
Okay, there you go.
Awesome. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Bye.
Don't be trapped in the main room.
Okay, yeah. I don't want to say sorry. Bye.
Okay, so sometimes what I find is that a lot of times people want to have a team, but they fear sort of, can y'all see, is she like frozen on the screen? She is? Okay. I don't know if that, okay, there we go. Sometimes I feel like people feel like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing yet, so I can't build a team, or I don't want to recruit my best customer because then I won't have a customer like her, or I've had team members before and they quit and it hurt my feelings. And so I'm like, you protect yourself from that. And, there's lots of reasons why maybe you feel like you don't want to share the opportunity. I think when you practice it and you just make it part of your close with your sale, it's just another thing it's like another thing to do. And I've heard this analogy before about if you were hired to book a doctor, if you worked at a doctor's office and your job was to call people and like cold call people and book for, he's new in town and you're booking him for an appointment. you'd have no trouble calling people to see if they wanted to come into the doctor's office, of which he makes a ton of money from. And if they tell you no, you just go right to the next number and you start calling people. And all of a sudden, now that it's your business and you're going to reap all the reward and benefit from, there's like a mental block that happens. And so I want to give you guys an opportunity to ask anything you want to ask about this topic, because I think it's one of the most important pieces of your business. And from someone who's been in Mary Kay for over 20 years, I have had seasons in my business where I've had to not work. I've had seasons where I've not been able to work as much. I've had seasons where I've worked a lot. And in those seasons when I'm not able to work as much or work differently, it's because I have a team and it's because I have a unit that I've been able to have that sort of flexibility. When it's just you in business, if you're sick, if you go on vacation, if you have a bad month, you're the only one bringing money in. And if you want your money to be like this, you know, or you want your money to be like this, right? Or at least like steady that you can count on. And so, you know, building a team when I did made such a difference. And if I could talk to my younger self and tell her 20 years ago, you're not going to see a global pandemic coming. You're not going to see elderly parents coming. You're not going to see a sick mother-in-law coming. You're not going to see travel plans with your kids going here and there in college in different states. You're not going to, I mean, all those things. And it's because I was working with discipline when I could that the business really helped to serve those seasons when I needed to work differently. So tell me some of the things that you guys are experiencing in your business about sharing the opportunity. Anybody want to say anything? I know y'all have to have a question.
I'll say something.
Okay.
I've had two different experiences. I've had experiences where my directors had me do career chats with her on the line. And then I've done one on my own.
I'm the one in the building. I've worked so hard to be here, and this is my moment.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. And so for me, it's been more of a sit back and my director's doing it and I'm listening and haven't really taken the leap to do it on my own and haven't felt like the permission to do that either.
Okay. All right. So here's what I'm going to tell you in love. And I'm going to say this to everybody because this is the truth. The sooner you figure out what you're doing with your business, the faster it will move. Okay. So for instance, I watched my director do one interview. She did one interview for me. And she's very playful. And at that time, I was broke, angry. I had two small children. I had a 9-to-5 grind that was not in my career. Like we were military, so I was just working at this place. It wasn't like my passion at all. I wanted to get out of there as fast as I could. And I'm sitting here watching her do this interview, and she was like, she was just talking and talking and talking. And I was sitting there like, oh my gosh, I could have done this so differently. And the lady who was attracted to me in the sense of like, you know, her and I vibed together. When she got with my director sort of, you know, did her thing. And my director was a young director, so there's no hard feelings. But I sat there, my experience was I sat there and I said, I could do this. Coupled with the fact that scheduling you, me, and her was like trying to like add a third person into the mix. So I just decided I was going to do it. I could do it. I was going to figure it out. I didn't have a whole lot of time. The time I did have, I wanted to hurry up and get the interviews done so that I could get the team so I could be home with my kids and like get out of my job. And like, I didn't have time to, you know, so I just would encourage you to practice with each other, practice with your family, practice on your friends, you know, and learn if you're feeling a little bit nervous. Now, I'm not saying don't listen to your director. All of you have great directors. All of them are recruiters, because they wouldn't be in the suit for this long if they didn't know how to build a team. Here's something that I use as my baseline. I act like I have 5 minutes to tell you about it, because nobody wants to sit there for 45 minutes and talk. So Jean, if I was talking to you, I'd be like, girl, okay, so I have something I want to share with you. I have been wanting to talk to you about this for the longest time, and I have been so nervous because you're so sharp and you just intimidate me. But here's the deal. My director asked me if there was anybody in my customer base or my friends or my circle of influence that if I didn't share and they were legitimately interested, that, like, you know, it would break my heart if I found out you were selling Pampered Chef. Okay. So I want to ask you, have you ever listened or heard about the Mary Kay opportunity? And, you know, usually they're like, you mean sell Mary Kay? And they give you this like pushback right away. And you're like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And then I just lean into that. I'm like, yeah, has anybody offered it to you or talked to you about it or answered any of your questions? So when she goes, no, not really, then this is what I say. If I had 5 minutes, Jean, to tell you, to convince you to say yes, to be on my team, what would you want to know? Just tell me what you'd want to know before I get into I say that before I get into any of this stuff with me. Because if she's got 5 minutes and I start, because this was my experience, my director went into all of the things about her and her family. And my gal was like, I have like 2 minutes before I have to like go. And then we didn't even really get to answering her questions or sharing the opportunity with her. And so the very first thing I want to know is, what do you want to know? What would get you to say yes? What kind of, because then I want to get to the real meaty stuff. Like, you heard this about it. Well, you know, it's a pyramid scheme, you know, what all the things that they're going to say. Okay. And so then that's how the process starts. The other thing, you guys, is when you are maybe not as confident about what you've been doing in Mary Kay, or maybe you're not as confident about the product yet, or the sale, or whatever, I resort to affirming her. I just would say, like, I'm going to say Elizabeth because I know Elizabeth. I'll say, Elizabeth, you're so fun. And, you know, I just love that, you know, you're a free spirit and you love to walk. I love your dogs. I mean, whatever it is about her that makes her feel good about her, that she knows you're telling her the truth, because those are facts that she already knows to be true. And then I would say, tell me, what do you want to know? What would it take what do you need to know from me in order for us to have this conversation? And then you start getting into answering her questions, the questions she has. Okay, I know everybody's hanging up, so we must be about time to go. But does that make sense? I think you're not going to get any better at it if you don't try. You're going to not have a team if you don't at least go for it. You know, and if you go for it and you get shot down, it's a win because you went for it. You know, at least you went for it. I don't get into it's so much information. I don't get into, like, most of the time the questions is, well, how do you get started? And what about those parties? You still have to go to people's houses. You know, what if I don't sell anything and I want to quit? I mean, like, those are like the main questions. And then you want to learn how to overcome objections. You know, those are some things. I don't have the time. I don't have the money. I don't have the, you know, I'm not like you. All the things that people typically say. My husband would never let me, you know, that kind of thing. I think Elizabeth told me that when she first started, you know, and here she is over 5 years later, you know. So, you know, you guys just have to get good at it. And you might just say, Jean, I'm like, honestly, the truth is, I could tell you I could talk for 1,000 hours about Mary Kay, but the truth is, Jean, I like you. Like, I get to pick people I like to be around. And I just like you. I think we have fun together. You were like the life of the party. Everybody loved you. You have a beautiful home. You made cookies. I mean, you know, and so I can tell you what you want to know about Mary Kay. I can teach you how to be good. And if I can't teach you, my director can teach you. If you don't want to teach them because you're like nervous about what you do, I just say my director is like a top ranked director. Are you kidding me? Like she's got it in the bag. She knows how to do it. She's earned like 18 cars or something insane. I'm not there yet, but she is, or she has been. So I'm looking to build my team with good quality people that I like. And I can tell you all the facts about Mary Kay. Mary Kay wouldn't be here for 63 years if it wasn't doing something right. You know what I mean? So it's $35. I think you should say yes. You know, I mean, that's just how I do it. I don't make it all serious. Like I gotta, I'm not coming with like okay, in 1963, nobody wants to sit through that. You know, we do so much as a company and as a culture. And there's just so many things I could tell you about, but what would you like to know? What's important to you? And then she'll start unpeeling some of that. And if she goes, well, like my family, or, okay, well, tell me more. Well, I just don't want to miss out on any time with my kids, or whatever it is for her. And then you go, girl, you don't have to. Chances are she had an appointment with you at some point, right? If she could hold an appointment with you, she could be a Mary Kay consultant because she found the time to do that. She could find the time to do, it's when people start making money that they realize they have a whole lot more time all of a sudden. Their calendar just cleared right up because they just had $1,000 week. Nobody quits after $1,000 week, right? All right, you guys have any questions?
What, can you hear me?
Yeah.
My thing is that so far it's already cost me way too much money. I honestly just, I don't like to pressure people into things, and I feel like I'm more pressuring because I think I have to have it this. I feel like I need to be sold on it first. Maybe I'm not 100% sold. I mean, 20 years ago, yes, I used a product. A lot of the products I try to get, it's a lot of them are no more being sold. I have people that I'm trying to buy for and to get for are the same complexion as me, and it's even darker, and it's very hard for that. So therefore, and in that way, it's like, okay, what am I doing when I can't even help the people that that mainly I'm getting to start that want to be part of my thing, and then, because they don't have it. Mary Kay had a lot more, to me, years ago, had more different kind of color. I don't know, maybe I didn't, but now, I just didn't find the colors are not, the things that I wanted for my complexion, skin color, there.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack there. But I think that what I can tell you in the 30 seconds that I have is that you're absolutely correct. If you're not sold on it, if you're second guessing yourself, did she just tell me and then leave? Or she gone? Is she still here? She gone. Okay. But I think it's a valid point, you guys, in all honesty. If you're not sold on it, if you feel like you're bugging people, if you're telling yourself that you're pressuring people, to me, you apply pressure because you have some kind of maybe an unrealistic expectation, or you have an expectation of something instead of just serving. And when your expectation is, I booked this party, I hope I sell something, you're going into it wrong. You want to share, you like this lady, you want to make her feel beautiful. If she likes the products, she'll decide what she wants. You want to have a good time with her. There shouldn't be this weird expectation. And your own personal energy is going to dictate that. I mean, if you're going into it like, all right, well, we'll see if it works this time. No, it's not. It's not going to work because you're going to be battling the environment that you're creating, and you're already starting in the negative. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you've got to decide when you go in. I hope she likes me. I hope we have fun. I hope she feels beautiful. I hope she hears something that interests her. I'd love to have new team members. I've been at parties where I've unpacked some things and I realized I wasn't going to share the opportunity with this particular person because it was like, no. And then there were times when I was like, oh, I can't wait for this party to be over so I can talk with her because she is like a superstar. I can't wait to tell her she's a superstar. I can't wait to affirm her. If she says no to sharing the opportunity or to listen, after you've shared with her how great she is, she's going to be your friend because you just told her how great she was and you didn't lie, and she knows she knows you didn't like. If you said to me, I love that color green on you, your haircut is slamming, I love those glasses, you're so tall and cute, oh my gosh, girl, I would be listening because I would know I am tall. I know my haircut is slamming. I know I am wearing green. I mean, you see what I'm saying? So I would be like, that is so nice of you to tell me, because what we have a problem telling people how great they are. Be courageous enough to make her feel good, and then you'll get a lot farther in the product. The company just came out with all of these concealers, and I'm so impressed with the spectrum of colors for all women. I mean, so I haven't had trouble finding someone who we don't have a shade for yet. But it's just practicing. It's narrowing it down. It's having the tools and all of that. Yes, Dolores.
Well, I was going to say, for her, whoever her director is could help her with getting on how to use the skin analyzer, as well as that new skin tone matching thing that we've got. Help her get her confidence built up with that, because there's definitely the bronzers are definitely there, and especially with the new stuff we got on the under eye corrector, and those, there is definitely something there. It's just a matter of, maybe that would give her the confidence boost.
Correct. And here's another point I want to make. That's a great point, Dolores, because it prompted me to remember this. When you are selling, when you have feelings about the time-wise repair set's too expensive, the miracle set, nobody wants to buy it because it's too much, lip smacker is 99 cents. I mean, when you have a problem selling from your own pocket, your own budget, you will have a hard time selling the product, because you'll feel like you have to give it at a discount or give it away, or you're pressuring people to spend too much. When you stand firm with the product and know Mary Kay is not going to overprice it, we're very reasonably priced, people are getting med spa product with the clinical solutions. You go into a med spa and you see maybe you need to pivot and get into a different demographic. You know what I mean? There's a lot of different elements there, but a lot of times it's the lack of confidence and in the pricing, the product, that affect the way and who you talk to. If you're a level 10 confident person, you're talking to level 10 women that get things done, that have the income. When your confidence is 3 or 4, you're always going to talk to people below your confidence level. So you have to ask yourself, on a scale from 1 to 10, what am I with my confidence in the product, my confidence in the sale, the confidence in my clothes? And then, so if you're a level 2 or 3, you're talking to women that are 1s and 2s, and that makes a difference. And so you might want to talk to your director about building confidence and what can you do to increase that, and through experience. It's all through doing. Mary Kay said, lead by example, lead by example, lead by example, right? So that's what we try to do. So I know we got to get going. It's after 9 o'clock, you guys. I love you. We'll see you next week. Not in this room, though. Right? You guys are going to be in the next room. All right. Bye, guys. Talk to you later. See you next week.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, we're still here. Just
Okay.
ending.
Bye-bye.